This video was literally made to change your life for the better. I truly believe that if you watch this video and apply what is said here for just 30 days, you'll see drastic improvements in your life. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Let's start with a study conducted by scientists from the National Sleep Foundation. They divided people into 3 groups to sleep different amounts of hours: 8, 6, and 4 hours of sleep. After 2 weeks, those with 8 hours of sleep showed few lapses in attention or cognitive problems. However, those with 6 or 4 hours of sleep showed a progressive decline. The 6-hour group showed reaction times similar to someone who would get a DUI. The 4-hour group suffered even more, occasionally falling asleep during their cognitive tests. What happened is that brain functions decreased day after day for these 2 groups. In addition to cognitive problems and lapses in attention, it was also proven that adults who sleep less than 7 hours a night over a long time have a higher risk of heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. Moreover, it was discovered that there's also a maximum limit. People who sleep more than 9 hours a day also have a higher risk of those same diseases. First habit: sleep 7 to 9 hours a day. Now let's talk about water. You probably already know that about 70% of our body is made up of water. That's a huge number, and it's because of the importance of water for the body. If for some reason we become dehydrated, our focus and mental energy are greatly affected. So the second habit on our list, and perhaps the easiest, is drink more water. For a person who weighs 80 kilos, they should drink almost 3 liters daily. These numbers may change depending on how much physical activity you do per day, but always keep a bottle nearby as a reminder. We are spending more and more time indoors. Whether it's in our own home or at work, it's becoming increasingly difficult to do what our ancestors used to do, and which has been proven to be vital for our health and well-being: getting sunlight. Sun exposure has incredible and diverse benefits, from improving daytime energy and nighttime sleep to boosting immunity. The third habit is get at least 15 minutes of sunlight a day. Throughout my childhood, I consumed sugary products, ice cream, sweets, sodas, and all the other things that most parents wrongly associate with childhood. And I lived like that until I looked around and noticed something extremely concerning. All 4 of my grandparents had type 2 diabetes, my mother too, and my father was pre-diabetic. I needed to do something, and I ended up seeing that excess sugar is not only related to diabetes, but also to other diseases like Alzheimer's. The 4th item on our list is cut down on sugar. I strongly believe that we live in the most amazing era of all time, and much of that is due to the access we have to information. In the past, the best books were only available to the elite. You had to be born into wealth to have access to the best works. Today, everyone watching this video has access to great geniuses, thanks to the books they wrote, which are available to all of us. The 5th habit is read daily. Your version 30 days from now will have read at least 1 book, and that will definitely improve your life. Not long ago, I read the book Outlive, where the author, after researching almost all ways to have more longevity and quality of life, discovered that physical exercise is by far the best tool you have at your disposal. Unlike smoking or having diabetes, which increase your risk of death, physical exercise does the opposite, and even more powerfully. The 6th habit is exercise daily. Do some push-ups, take a walk, or go for a run. Add exercise to your day and notice the benefits it brings. There's another book I read where I learned something unusual. The book is called The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. And by reading this book, I realized that many things that happen inside us are a reflection of how we deal with our surroundings. If, for example, we're very attached to our clothes or household items, we tend to be people also attached to our past. The problem is that the past can bring bad memories, and carrying all that negative baggage for years and years can be extremely destructive. Our seventh habit is let go of some things. We all have things that are no longer useful, but that we stubbornly keep. Take those things and sell or donate them to someone. This frees up space in your home and also in your mind. I'm giving a lot of book recommendations in this video, and my last suggestion is the book Make Your Bed, written by a US Navy SEAL admiral about how this simple act can improve your life. By making your bed, you will have successfully completed the first task of your day, which will be a springboard for you to complete all your other tasks. It also reinforces the fact that small things matter. If you can't do the little things right, you'll never do the big things right. This is our eighth habit, make your bed. Now, moving on to the ninth habit, no alcohol or other drugs. Alcohol has no nutritional value. It slows down fat oxidation, and it often leads to careless eating. Moreover, chronic use has a strong association with Alzheimer's and cancer and damages the liver. Now, if you use alcohol as an escape from a problem, such as stress or shyness, it's time to choose another option, like going for a run or taking a public speaking course. One big mistake that many people seeking personal development make is when they read many books, watch many videos, learn many things, but don't put almost anything into action. We are living in an unimaginable time in history. All our ancestors lived in the darkness of information. Who would have thought that a poor person would have access to the same kind of information as a rich person living in the capital? However, this has also become a problem. The pace of information keeps growing, and it has reached such a high level that our brains are overloaded. It's good to learn things, but don't overdo it. The 10th habit is avoid information overload. It's okay to watch a few videos and read a few books, but always remember to put them into action before moving on to the next one. Now, I want to leave room for a bonus habit, and I want you to help me with this. Comment here with a small habit that you and others can do that can drastically improve your life. Whether it's something you learned from a book or something you already do and know is extremely important for you. Over time, we'll have dozens or hundreds of habits listed in the comments, which will help both you and everyone else. I'll see you in the comments. I'll be here reading each one of them. And be a better person